could just get on TikTok and the conversation is, what's your body count? How many people you got?
Well,
Right? And so like,
you shouldn't be having these conversations about body count.
exactly. But we're adults, right?
Right.
I'm
But
talking
even when
about
even when I was a little younger, I'm not in my 20s. I don't care about your body count.
yeah, but that's the Kevin
Listen,
Samuelcation
man,
of
you
dating.
can meet somebody tomorrow who was a whole different person who from Omaha, Nebraska, and they moved to New York, and nobody knows them. You shouldn't care about what happened back in Omaha. What does it matter to you? You may want to take notes and write this down.
I like that.
I like that too. That was kind of fire.
That's fire.
Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Write This Down, featuring myself and my lovely co-host. I'm Marques, and I'm with
Angela.
And we're back. Another week, another day, another dollar. This particular episode is about, well, the title of this episode is Let's Split This Check, ... and the internet. So, the bill's on the table. Now what? We're serving takes on the viral 50-50 debate, from gender roles to Venmo requests, and asking, has equality made dating better or just weirder? So we're going to hop right into it. How are you been, Angela? You been good? Doing all right?
Been good. I think I'm a little weary about this topic.
A little weary about it. Well, we
gonna take the podcast mics.
That's good. But before we jump into it, I got to get something off my chest. Every episode is something that we want to discuss on what really makes me mad, what ticks me off, what irritates me about things that people do that they shouldn't. So this week, I want to talk about word usage, certain things that people mispronounce, can't spell, or they add letters to. We're going to start with S. Black people, stop adding S to everything, okay? It is not Kroger's. It's just Kroger, okay? We don't need an S on every word. That's one of them. I don't know why they want to put an S on every word. You looking like that. You put S on things?
Nordstrom going to have an S on it. It's going to be Nordstrom's.
No, no, the S is not needed. Why do we do that? Why do we put S on everything?
I don't know.
Why do some of us? Let me pray. Let me say. I don't want to get the feedback. Why do some of us do that? You don't know? Oh, look like you're a habitual S user.
I'm a habitual, mispronounced. Okay, you talking to me. I'm a hit dog.
Okay.
Woof.
Also, the difference between there and there, when it's THEIR and THERE, people, I need you guys to know the difference between that two, okay? Especially if you're over a certain age, okay? I read text messages sometime in group chats, and I'm like, what is going on? So let's get that together, man. Word usage and placement, it drives me. My grandmother was an English professor, so it drives me nuts sometimes.
Oh, you got an unfair advantage.
Yeah.
Hey, that's an unfair advantage.
The more you know, though. I'm here to. That's why I'm using this platform to encourage individuals. If you don't know the right way, look it up. We have Google nowadays. It helps out. ChatGPT, all of that. Claude, Gemini. You really shouldn't be spelling or mispronouncing anything.
About what annoyed you was this conflict between Mark Lamont Hill and the I don't know,
Queen's Flip.
Yes, I thought you were going to talk about his misunderstanding of the word. And
that's a good example.
It's like him getting mad, and it's like
they're not tricky words; they're just tricky to you. Okay.
Yes. I put that in my insult repertoire.
Yeah.
That's coming with me.
Yes,
that's mine.
But we'll get back onto the topic. This is hot. You on these TikTok streets. I'm not as much as on TikTok as you are. However, I see it on X, formerly known as Twitter, and even on Instagram, this debate of the 50-50 split for love. Now, where do you stand in this whole? We could take it different places. I don't want to make it too restrictive, but
So I made notes. I have my handy dandy iPad here with me. I don't have a stand like you because I want to make sure. Here's the thing.
Let's let our audience know what we mean by 50-50 relationships. So go ahead.
You go ahead.
No, okay. So on the internet, it's always a debate about 50-50, and usually the focus is financial, splitting household bills, expenses, things of that nature. But sometimes what people neglect is to talk about emotional labor, domestic responsibilities, decision-making power, and then, different you have these different interpretations that cause confusion. And I see so much of it because this is an older topic, but I keep seeing it uh, rearing its ugly head. So I figure, why not get two individuals like myself and you to discuss what needs to be put into context, because a lot of these debates lack context and nuance. They
And we
lack.
got the 50 and the 100. It's
Yes.
also people that ain't got no money.
Mm,
I always,
oh, that's gonna be one of my points, but yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay. So I did take it from the financial approach because I find that that's where like the most discourse comes in. People forget about emotional labor altogether.
Right.
Okay. So first of all, I've lived cohabitated with men twice in my life.
Right.
The first time I didn't pay absolutely nothing. I was just there for the vibes. The second time, I I think maybe contributed like groceries, and then I may have like kicked them like $500, maybe every other month or something for like miscellaneous stuff. So
Mm,
like from a personal experience, 50-50, I don't know her. Like,
right.
never have I ever. However, that does not mean that I don't think that like I think for young women, especially today in this economy, in this time, like to expect to go into a relationship of any kind and think that you're not going to have to contribute financially. Like who y'all think y'all dating? Y'all not dating the biggest boss that you've seen thus far. You're
Right.
dating Dominique. He may be an engineer, but he probably took out a couple $100,000 to get there. He got
Right.
student loans. Who do you think you dating? So I also think that it's very like, girl, you gonna be paying some bills. Now, 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 if you're fortunate enough to marry a man that can pay all the bills, then like that's cool for you. I have a bunch of friends that don't pay no bills,
Right.
right? However, what they do is they have their own job, they have their own income, they have their own money to save, they have their own money to invest. My biggest concern with young women as relates to like this 50-50 conversation is that they are looking for someone to save them, right? They don't want to do
Don't save.
nothing. She don't listen, they don't want to do nothing, right? So much so that they leave themselves out here with absolutely nothing. That man could wake up one day and decide he don't want to do it no more with you.
Deuces.
Or, something could happen where he can't work anymore.
Right.
You need to make sure that you have your own. So if you do find yourself in a situation where you do have a man that can pay for everything, girl, jackpot. However, you need to make sure that you have your own. And then the other thing that I had here is like in general, even though I've never went 50-50 in a situation with a man,
You've
and
never gone
I've
50-50.
what did I say?
Never went.
There you
We're gonna get
go.
it. We're gonna
What
get
did
it.
I say? What did I say? What did I
We're gonna
say?
get it right.
What
No, I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
But even though I've never gone
Mhm.
50-50 with a man, and I have a lot of friends that have husbands that take care of the mortgage and all of that type of
Right.
stuff, I still think that in general, all parties involved in a relationship should be prepared to at least do a proportional split. I don't necessarily believe in 50-50 as like a general 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
If you make significantly more money than me, I'm not splitting no
No,
bills
nor should you
way
have to.
down the middle with
Right.
you, right? So like I always explain to my girlies on TikTok, if you make 80,000, your man make 120,000. He makes 60% of y'all income. So he pays 60% of the mortgage, you pay 40%. He pays 60% of all the household bills, you pay 40%. So like in my mind, that's 50-50, like proportional. Not
Right.
necessarily like it's $1,000, I pay 500, you pay 500. No, because you got more 500s than me.
Right. Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. You have people who have arguments for 50-50 when it comes to, like so what you just said, equality, financial independence, avoiding traditional gender roles. Lord, we have that conversation everywhere. And protection against financial vulnerability. Because there is financial abuse that occurs sometimes in these relationships.
Absolutely.
So I get it, but also some people like traditional gender roles. Some people like the protector provider model. Some people understand, like you just said, also income fairness and disparities, and also the sometimes it doesn't always have to be 50-50 financial, because sometimes one partner can do something that the other cannot. And that goes a long way. I don't think people understand when you live with someone, work looks differently for everyone. Especially especially in how my main advice for this is do what works for your relationship. It has to be customized, bespoke, if you will, to your relationship. You have to tailor it to your relationship. It cannot be what you see on social media, what you think Tasha has that you don't have because her husband is this and your husband is a social worker and her husband is an NBA player. It doesn't work that way, people.
Exactly. You trying to make a teacher pay all the bills. Baby, he's struggling. He can't. You
So
cannot be an woman for educator. No shade, no tea. We
yeah,
need educators, specifically more black male educators. But
right,
girl, you can't expect that man to pay all them bills on no teacher
right.
salary.
So I think it's really not about the math per se. It's not about the money per se. I think it's all about balance. And you can double entendre that for a balance of money or something, but it's all about balance in period. Like like for me, it doesn't our contributions don't have to look the same, and that's okay for me. If I know, especially if I'm making more, I don't expect, you know, you to do put the brunt on you like it's on me. That's fine. Especially, for my situation right now, I think we have a very um, strong, I want to say agreement, but a very understanding of what needs to happen, how it needs to happen, and without going into too many details. But it works for us. You know what I'm saying? It works for us. I am a person, I've always been this way. I could never be with a woman who can't cook. That's not me. I can't be with a woman who can't cook. So I'm taking that into account when I choose my partner. And I damn
Do
sure
you know
made
how
sure
to
my
cook?
partner could cook.
You know
Okay.
how to cook?
I know how to cook, yeah. And that's another thing. I was gonna get to that. I also cook though. That's the thing. I also cook. But I will be damned if I'm with someone who can't cook. That's just not me. That's just not me. I can't do it. If you can't
Yeah.
cook, I'ma holler at you.
Because like, what are you eating? What are you eating? Like, I don't cook because it's just me. So I usually do like specialty grocery stores. I buy my food pre-made. Sometimes I buy groceries, but I can cook.
Oh no, we now I'll be lying if we said we I cook. It's like an even split when it comes to cooking. No, she cooks way more than me. But we come up with recipe ideas and stuff like that. I'm eating a lot of more fish lately. So last night I had halibut, which was good with broccolini and sweet potatoes, a healthy dinner.
I need to tell her to send me
Yeah,
that recipe. So
yeah.
it's a collaborative
That's
effort.
collaborative effort, yes. But like I said, I enjoy some meals I don't know how to cook that she cooks very well. And you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, I don't mind if whatever the take is. I think people need to get out of the mindset of you're unequal if I handle the bills and
And then
it
you're
doesn't
responsible for
mean
everything
yeah,
else.
everyone's strength is different. Everyone's strength is different. Especially you have a woman who is a quality homemaker. And I'm just generalizing. I don't mean that all women are, some women are career women and that's okay. But some women are also in the mindset of old school. I'm going to make sure the home is nice, everything is clean, everything we have cooked meals. Some women like that.
So what do you think about a woman that delegates those tasks? Like, let's say, you know, with my additional income outside of the income we have together, I say, actually, I would prefer to delegate the cleaning, delegate the cook. Maybe I hire a chef a couple nights a week to come in and prep our food. Like, are you like, is that an issue? Is it the physical labor or is it just the idea of like,
No.
at some point, somebody get this shit done because we
Yeah, it's
gotta eat.
whatever. Yeah, it's whatever agreement you all have. Like for instance, I have a housekeeper that comes twice a month.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. Now, if I want to bring catered food in, that's fine. We're not doing that right now. But I'm saying if I wanted to, yeah, I would not be opposed to that. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
it's whatever, however we can work together. It's in the end of the day, it's teamwork. I don't like
Yeah.
to put a number on it. It don't have to be a 50-50. It could be 100% teamwork. I give 100%, you
You
give
give
100%.
100%.
And that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think 50-50 means fairness, but sometimes fairness is not doing what works best for the team. And
Mhm.
you have to work in cohesiveness. You have to be and a cohesive unit
Yeah.
when you cohabitate. And And I think it's ridiculous. I laugh at a lot of these um, internet takes, social media takes, because one, it lets me know that they never lived with someone. Number one, and two, it lets me know they also never really been in a real relationship.
You know, well, that's also like a point of contention where some people are like vehemently against cohabitating. And then, I'm just going to wait till I get married. Me personally,
Yeah.
um, I've done the cohab and I actually enjoyed it. Like,
Hmm.
I don't have any like issues with it myself.
Hmm.
But as somebody who no longer like marriage is no longer like a aspiration of mine,
Hmm.
I likely will never live with a man again unless I get. Let me clarify.
So have
I'm
you
not
had
saying
bad
that I will.
experiences? Is what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying I don't want to get married, but once I took children off the table, like, okay, I absolutely don't want to have children.
Oh, okay.
Marriage was like not like unimportant. So at this point, I've reached a certain level of financial stability. I have certain like assets and things like that.
Hmm.
I'm not finna live in the house with no man all willy nilly. It's just not gonna happen.
Right. Right.
Like, especially like I said, if I'm not married or on track to being married,
Gotcha.
like it's not
So
happening. Like
you,
now, if we've had the conversation and we know that's where we're headed,
I was about to say. So you will live with someone prior to getting married, but you have to have an understanding that that's what's
yeah,
taking. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, because I couldn't imagine a world where I didn't live with my spouse before we got married.
yeah.
It
I mean,
would.
I've done it in every relationship in the last two relationships I lived with the
Oh,
person.
okay, so you wouldn't just change it up on a new guy. That ain't
Yeah.
fair anyway.
You said what?
That wouldn't be fair anyway. You just change it up on a new one. Like, well, I did this before you, but
Well, well.
is that fair?
Now I got a little bit more to protect now.
That-
So
I guess that's true. That reminds that reminds me, and this is funny. That reminds me when Kevin Samuels used to have his show, right? And people would call in, and the women were like, "Well, I have two kids, two. I have two different separate fathers for the children, but my next relationship, I'm absent in, and I'm gonna make the man wait." And he was like, "Well, damn, why would the next man wait? The other two didn't have to wait." Which is actually a great point. And I'm not defending
you
Kevin
know
Samuels,
what? You know
R.I.P.
what that sounds like though? I don't watch reality TV, but I keep seeing clips of this Love is Blind situation where there's this guy that was literally in tears on the floor because the girl wouldn't have sex with him.
Oh Lord,
And
you talking about
so
Edmund?
like that's how
Edmund.
women see that. Women have visceral reactions to
Oh,
stuff like that Kevin Samuel said because that is a manifestation of what we see and hear when he would say shit like that.
but that's a
Like
little different. Did you see the clip when Edmund was acting?
yes.
Okay,
Yes,
he
but
was,
that is like a manifestation of like, well, he got to do it. Why like you did it with
yeah,
him? Why can't you do
and
it
that's just
like with me?
immaturity on his part in that particular situation. However, if you're dating, and this used to happen, I ain't gonna lie, this used to happen to me in college. I ain't gonna lie, this when I used to be in college, I know what happened to you and so and so. But you want me to be your boyfriend, so you trying to make me wait. Like what is that about?
People can't
Like, what is
change.
that about? I don't we
People,
what's that about?
what if she, had a come to Jesus
What,
moment?
well, why is that? Like what Jay-Z said in that one line, uh, so they run up so they run uptown thinking them dudes can trust. I don't know what the fuck they thought. Them niggas wild just like us. Like they foul just like us. Like just because it comes in this package, especially back then when I was 19, 20, just because it's polished and put together. Look, I was a dog still.
No, it could be because she really likes you and really respects you and really wants something
So why wait for the person that you really like?
because she wants you to think highly of her. Y'all know,
Listen,
how men get.
listen.
Not you.
I'm gonna give everyone this piece of advice. A man is not going to think any less of you of that. I know people who slept together on the first night and got married.
Well, listen, that may be you, but that's not the messaging that young women are getting these days. You could just get on TikTok and the conversation is what's your body count? How many people you got?
Well,
Right? And so like
you shouldn't be having these conversations about body count.
exactly. But we're adults, right?
Right.
But I'm
But
talking about
even when I was a little younger, I'm in my 20s. I don't care about your body count.
yeah, but that's the Kevin
Listen,
Samuelfication
man,
of
y'all can
dating.
meet somebody. You can meet somebody tomorrow who is a whole different person who from Omaha, Nebraska, and they moved to New York, and nobody knows them. You shouldn't care about what happened back in Omaha. What does it matter to you?
I agree. However, that is the real pillification of dating. So that
That's what's
we
wrong on
may
the
not
internet.
be,
That's what's wrong on the internet
we,
right
yeah,
now.
we may not be experiencing that because we're of a particular age.
I
But
don't
this
even
is
think it's age though. I think it's just a mindset. Because I know people, I know younger individuals who think like I think, but also know ones who think like what you said about the masses in the internet. And I think you have some people just have a distorted view, no matter the age, because it's the older men who think ridiculous
that's
too.
true.
Like, let's not get it twisted. A lot, especially, and we have this thing about men maturing a lot slower than women. That's a fact. I know older men, older than me, who are just like, I can see why you single, fool. Cause
Yeah,
you,
yeah, yeah.
what on the episode of Martin when Gina was about to leave or he got into it with Gina, they had a poker game, and the old man stopped Martin. He said, "I heard you talking about your lady now." He said, "Just remember, young fools become old fools."
Hmm.
that is that is
I'm with you when you're right.
that is. Hey, look, and I just think the internet like treats relationships like transactions, and you get bad advice. People are obsessed with like equality in numbers, but like I said earlier, love doesn't equate into percentages. And
Mhm.
I know, as soon as we drop this, I know it's gonna be those alpha males online that say, "Oh, you're
Yeah,
simping." Look, man, I
you're a
got
simp.
mine. I got
You're
mine.
pandering to women. You're
You're right.
pandering
I
to women.
got mine, and I probably, if you saw, her, you probably wish you had her. So I don't have to simp for
That's
nobody.
tea. She is the baddie. That's
You
tea.
know what I mean? So I don't have to simp for anyone. I'm just trying to give you young fools advice. Okay.
That's
So
tea.
it's not about who pays the Wi-Fi bill. It's about whether we both show up in ways that keep this team and this house running. And the vibe is right. And the vibe's got to be right. You
Vibes
don't
gotta
want
be.
to have these disconnect. And I think sometimes people want to control. I think from a male aspect, sometimes they want to control with money. And those type of women that you are trying to control with money, at the end of the day, they're not going to be for you anyway. Because once it
Yeah,
flips or something happens, they out of there. So you have to find someone who values you for you.
yeah.
And it's not a what to say? It's not a group project you can just audit. It's a partnership with different lanes.
Yeah, and you have to remember when you're listening to people talk on the internet, everybody is coming from like everybody's views is based on personal experiences, right? So people are they skew one way or the other based on how they've existed in relationships. So to your point, there's no one size fits all.
Yeah.
I always say on my page, I'm not giving advice. Like this isn't advice.
Right.
These are the experiences that I've had. You could take from
Take it or
that
leave it.
point. You could leave what don't work for you,
Right.
but these are my
Right.
experiences.
And I saw something that says social media wouldn't last a week in a real relationship.
No,
Okay.
absolutely.
Everyone online has an opinion until it's time to do the laundry or pay rent.
Until it's time to pay them damn, until it's
Yeah.
time to swipe them visas.
Yes, man. People, you really turn. Hey, my dad always say people get funny when it comes to the money.
People
So
get
it
funny when it
will
comes to
show you
money.
quickly if you can be like, you'll know right away. Like even when I was dating, I knew right away what type of individual, what type of woman I was dealing with.
What would be a tell? What would be like
Oh,
if you met a woman that would you could tell that was there just like see what she could get or
yeah.
whatever it
Conversation
is.
easily.
Like
Conversation is easy to tell for me because I'm not a surface conversationalist when we first
okay,
get. I wanna get into detail, see if you read, see what knowledge you have, you know what I'm saying? See something. So conversation can tell you if I hear the first conversation and you talking about Nobu and all this, this is what I had last time and like I can it's certain tales. It's certain tales.
okay,
And little do
okay,
you know, I'm the same way, but you have to get to know me for that. Like I
okay.
love you know me, I love 5-star restaurants and all that.
Yeah,
But you're not gonna know right away until
yeah.
we break
Okay.
down this barrier and get
So
through
you're
this
not the type of
superficial.
guy that like leads with because I find that that's an issue. Like that's the issue that I run up against. I don't know if it's because of how I present. I don't know if people see, you know. the way I dress or maybe stuff I post or whatever. I find this happens to me online, not necessarily in real life, but when people approach men approach me, they always lead with their money.
Oh
You
no.
baby, you don't got to do that. You don't got. I mean, because if you do, then I'm gonna call your bluff.
Yeah.
Like if you
Oh, and that's one thing. And you have to. That's why they have to be careful because they will call your bluff.
if you do, like I literally had a dude, like I was in the store, you know how I like I'll be in the store and I'm
Yeah.
shopping and I like posted me like trying something on and he like, I'll meet you right now, to buy that. But let me come buy that for you. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
come buy it for it. Come on.
Yeah. I never been that. I always led with my personality. I never led with what I can buy you.
Like
Cause yeah,
don't voluntarily lie. Now
yeah.
you blocked.
Yeah, because if I could buy you, I don't want you in the first place. Because I can buy you, then I'm gonna get tired of you after after whatever we do. So if I can buy you, I don't want you. Like I always led with my personality. I'm kind of silly. I jokes, stuff like that. But I never led with money.
And I think it's good to hear you say that, and hopefully, this comes across like some young men because I feel like where young men, and I'm specific, I only date black men. So when I say young men, I'm talking about black men,
Yes,
right?
sister.
Um, sorry.
R.I.P. Asada.
Um, but I feel like where young men, black men in general, but especially young men, fall behind black women and young black women and young black women is that we've started like finding our value outside of like these societal things like that we were told that
Right.
make us our bodies, the way we look, that type of stuff. I find that men have yet to find their worth outside of how much money they got, how big their dick is, how many bitches they
Some
fuck.
men
Like, you know
is
what
what
I'm
you're
saying?
saying.
Some men,
Yes.
right? It's the sum is implied, but I know it's online, so you
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
say,
Hold on. We got. We
right?
got.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like some men have to get to the point where they stop leading with that stuff and they stop seeing those as their greatest assets. Because you're going to run into somebody like me that's going to be like, okay, what else, right?
Right.
If all you can show me is how much money I got money,
Yeah.
I got money. That doesn't impress me. So like, what else do you have? If I ask you like what your interests are, right, and you
Or who
say,
you be with.
right, right? If I
Yeah.
ask you what you into and all you can tell me is, "Oh, I like going to the gym and I like to travel," that's not enough depth
There's no
because
depth at all. Yeah.
you don't have nothing going on,
Right.
right? So I just need men to tap into that, right? Because it's just like when you hear me say, "You got money, that's cool. I got money too." Like it's
Yeah.
not me. You feel like I'm devaluing you. I'm saying you got more going on, King. Like
Right.
what else you got going on?
Yeah.
Like let me hear it, cause that ain't impressive no more.
Yeah. So why do you think
You
it's
need
such
to
a
get credit cards now. We don't need you for your money.
right? Why do you
You
think
need
it's
them.
such a stark divide in this? Why does this topic get so heated online? Why do people feel so? The fact that we even having it as a discussion on write this down says a lot. So why do you think it just keeps going with this discussion?
I think it's the idolization of celebrities and
Hmm.
athletes
Good point.
and these affluent lifestyles that you see online, and people want everyday people not living like that.
Oh.
Everyday people. I think it's the internetification of life. I
Yeah.
blame everything. It's the damn phones. I blame everything on the damn
Blame
phones.
the people with the phones.
I
Yeah.
blame everything on on the phones,
There's too much
right?
access, is what you mean. Like
Too
everybody
much
think they can get
access.
everything super
Exactly.
fast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to remember that everything that you see on social media is a highlight reel. Even when you follow me, everything you see is a highlight reel. I'm
Right.
not. Before I hopped on here, my hair looks crazy. I'm not showing you like
Yeah.
the everyday. And so you have to remember that. I don't watch Housewives, but you got one of the housewives just got jammed up on some fraud shit, right?
Wendy and Eddie got arrested.
But that's what
Yes.
I'm saying. So like you
For
have to
fraud.
remember that
Mm.
you never know what's going on
Yeah.
in the background. You can't set your life goals. Nobody is like hashtag goals to me. Not Jay-Z and Beyonce, not Michelle and Barack. Nobody is hashtag
That's why.
goals for me.
And that's why a strong foundation is important. And I always reference, I know people say, I always reference my dad because he gave great advice. And he always told me, They're gonna be people who have more than you, and there's gonna be people who have less than you. That's life. But what you need to do is keep your eyes on your own paper and worry about what you have and what to do with it.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
simple, people. Simple.
Because you're cheating off of somebody else. You ever cheated off somebody and they got every goddamn thing wrong and you get your
Oh
test
my god.
back and your shit off? That's what's happening.
That's
Y'all
what's
cheating.
happening.
Y'all watching what everybody else is doing and they is wrong, wrong, wrong.
Get
And
your
you're getting
eyes
the
on your
F.
own paper. Stay in your lane. Stop swerving.
Stop swerving. Stop cheating.
But
Keep
that's
your
what
eyes.
you're right. But I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with economic anxiety. People get
Yeah,
financial stress,
yeah.
and all. I mean, I think money is important to talk about when you get into a real relationship. But it should not be a focus about someone you just met on Hinge last week and y'all talking about.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like what's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. So and it's important to have explicit conversations about expectations because that will
How
alleviate.
quick do you do that?
I try to do. I hint at it at the first, like I said, at the first date. I try to set expectations at the first date because you want to you want to be with someone that you all have common goals, right? So if I'm sensing the vibe is off with goals and it's all service level, I can kind of expect where it's going to head. But like once you vibe with a person and they pass the first few vibe checks. You know, when you go out, y'all hang out, it's fun, and then you can talk about okay, you know, what are you looking for? You can, you know, I mean, this can start earlier, but what are you looking for in general? Like we talked
Right,
about this, but what do you really want? You know,
right.
5 years from now, what's going on? What do you see?
Where do you see yourself?
Yeah, or where do you see this? You know, if this like I like to you know you have to be strategic in your approach. So I'm liking what's going on. I could see myself with you. How does that look for you? You know, and
Period.
yeah, let's talk about it. Like
Period.
it don't take all day to do Nathaniel. You feel me? You know, I don't.
Period.
I cut out the ambiguity real quick when I like a
So let
person.
me ask you this. Ask you this. A little. So, okay, you have that conversation. Y'all both establish that y'all are on the same page, y'all feeling each other in the same way.
Right.
Does there then become this like timeline of like, okay, do we have a girlfriend, boyfriend at this time? Or do you say, okay, we have this collective understanding of what we're working for, and then
Yeah, I
we'll
think
let
it's.
it unfold
I like
how it
everything to unfold naturally. Yes, I don't. Um, you know, I don't know about the boyfriend girlfriend conversation. It just kind of happened.
happens.
You know, it
Yeah.
kind of just happens. You know, I think, but and that's the beauty of it though,
Yeah.
because when you really connect with the person, you don't have to really say too much.
Yeah.
You know, you know, you guys connect and it's like, bam, okay, let's do this. Like, why
So
not?
you're not doing the extravagant like girlfriend proposal. You know, they doing girlfriend proposals now. That's the thing. The young kids
Girlfriend
like
proposals.
extravagant. Yeah, it's like girlfriend proposals. Like they take them on a trip. They set up these big elaborate like dinners, and then they say, "Will you be my girlfriend?"
Oh, no, I didn't have no. I mean, to each his own. To each his own. To each his own. I'm not knocking. Hey, whatever works for you.
Right.
Because the extravagance is gonna come regardless. Like I don't,
Yeah.
you know, we're in a relationship. You know, look, we're gonna go on this trip. It's gonna be great. You know
Yeah.
that's just, it's gonna come. You know, and I hopefully, and when I know this, I mean, they pick up on the signs from me as well. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, they know what it is. You know, you know, what I'm saying? You know,
You know
this
what
is
it
a
is.
Sakai top I got on. You feel me? You know, they know what's going.
You know what it is. No, I haven't dated in so long. This is always so interesting to me, and I try to like because I'm so like I'm a casual dater. Like you know me. Like I
Mhm.
it is what it is. Either I'm in a relationship, I am. If I'm not, I'm not. Like it's not that big of a deal for me. I'm not even a person that like pursues dating. I'm just like whatever. Like I don't even like really think about it if I'm being quite honest, which is I don't know. Maybe I need to go back to therapy.
Okay. Okay. Wait a minute.
Maybe I don't know. I think being too comfortable with being alone
Alone? Yeah.
is a little, you know. I feel like God is love and we
Mhm.
are put on this earth to love and be loved.
Right.
And the fact that I could give a fuck
Mm,
I could give a cur less
yes.
about a man being here. Some ain't right about that.
So do you feel like you're jaded in a sense?
No, like I've
Okay.
never, I literally never had a heartbreak. Like I've never had
Oh,
a man,
okay. Okay.
do me dirty. Like I've been disappointed by relationships that didn't work out,
Right.
but I haven't had anybody like dog me out, like do me, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
I haven't had that experience. I've actually had pretty lovely relationship experiences. They just didn't work out.
Yeah.
I've had great situationships and they just, ran their course. So I don't have like a,
The end, the end of that situationship is always something, ain't it? The end
yeah.
of it, you're like, we had a
I
good
probably
run.
said that probably hurt a little more because I'm like, God damn,
Them
it took
first
me
2 months, you be like, "Damn, this is great." Then you be like, "Hey, man, you gotta go."
literally my last one. I was like, I literally woke up and said, "All right, that I had fun.
Yeah.
I ain't talked to that man since." He
Mm.
probably like, damn,
Damn, you kicked them out like trash on a Thursday.
you know, you know. I
Yeah.
just
Well, maybe, like you said, maybe you do need to talk to someone. I am not qualified to give this advice, although I may be articulate in nature. This is not my area of expertise.
listen. I just chop it up to I haven't met anybody that just I've met people that like pique my interest,
Mhm.
and I explore that, and then I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't met anybody that just is like,
Do you think it's the demo in the Chi-Town, or is it
no, I don't. I've dated one guy in Chicago in
you?
10 years. I import my
Oh
needs.
well, maybe that's where you need to start. Right in your backyard,
Mhm.
because for one thing, when you say you import, you prepare differently than you do if they live there. So, for instance, if you
That's
found a
true.
man who lived 10 minutes away from you, the dynamic of the relationship is going to be much different than someone who lives somewhere else, because
That's true.
it's easier for you to get quick dates in. It's easier for you to say, "Oh, let's go to the gym." It's easier for you to do certain things. And
I think that's why I haven't been in a relationship because my thing is, if I am going to be in a relationship, I don't want to be in a long distance relationship. Like I
yeah,
like the idea of a lover in
yeah,
another city, like hopping on the plane, going to New York, see my
yeah.
lover over the weekend, and then going home. But like
Yeah,
a
that's too much
relationship,
goddamn TV. That's what's wrong with you. You watch too much TV. Okay, this is not a damn movie. This is not Made in Manhattan. Goddamn it! I want to go to New York and have my fling and go eat at the Restoration Hardware rooftop dinner. Like, come on. But no, I feel you. I get it. It's
yes, but my
exciting.
relationship, I want my man down the street.
Yeah, that's my
Like
point. So you need to go to Harold's. You know what I mean?
my man is not in a place. He might be.
Yeah, it might
And I
be.
like, I like hers without that sauce on it.
Without
So
the sauce. Oh
I don't
wow.
like sauce. I don't
Mm.
like. I
Americans,
just like
that's one
cheese.
thing I learned about traveling. Americans put too much sauce on everything. Like outside
Yes,
of America, sauce is not a thing for real.
I don't like nothing on my chicken. Just give me the chicken.
No,
Season that
I
shit.
do that. I love Harold's mild sauce. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just saying,
No, I think the mumbo sauce is better in
I
DC. Their
disagree.
sauce. You agree?
I disagree.
You disagree?
I like them both, but if I'm doing fried chicken, I'd rather have Harold's mild sauce for
Wow. I'll
sure.
eat the mumbo sauce. I won't eat the mild sauce.
Oh no, no, no. I like the mild sauce.
Oh, Chicago people, don't fight me. I don't like it.
Yeah. I remember when I first got put on to Chicago back in a long time ago, right when I first graduated college. But yeah, I liked it. But I know what our topic is. But Ed, write this down. We can talk about whatever the hell we want. And but yeah, it's just interesting to get that perspective after we build off of off of this debate.
Right.
Because I just find it interesting because back to my first point is just whatever works for you. You
I
have
think
to
that's the biggest takeaway,
whatever works for you.
right?
Yeah, I
Is
can't
that
knock it.
people have to date. You have to get out there and date. You know what
Yes.
I find? People
That's
don't
what I
have
just told
experience.
your ass. You need to go to Chicago.
But
Go
here's
to
the
some
thing
single
though, I
mixers in
have
Chicago.
experience. So I have a wealth of experiences. So I know
Mhm.
what I like, what I don't like, what I'm looking for. Like I can like verbalize those
Right.
things, right? You have a bunch of people on the internet that have been in one, maybe two relationships back in high school. You haven't had enough experiences
N
to even determine what it is that you want
no.
because people are so afraid of they try to control the outcome of things, I
Yeah.
feel like. And so they limit themselves from having like experiences. So you don't have enough data.
Yeah.
dating gets research. You don't have enough data to know what you really do like and what you don't like. So you put all these arbitrary rules. You go to the internet, let the internet tell you how your relationship should be, and then you build your wants, needs, desires, standards around other people's experiences.
Yeah.
You gotta hang on. Now I ain't got nothing in Chicago, but I got plenty.
Yeah. And that also goes to foundation. I feel like I learned a lot just by my parents and their relationship and what it's like to see real love take place.
Yeah,
And some people aren't fortunate enough to have that situation. So, you don't know. And I feel like as I look back on a lot of people that I know who got married super young, and when I say super young, that's between 19 and 23, they got divorced. So it's like you have to know the world around you and also what you want, not just to be married or be in a relationship just to say I'm married in a relationship. Because
yeah.
the divorce rate is ridiculous. Like
It's
I've seen people get divorced and I'm like, what? Like it's crazy. So
literally all of my college friends that got married or in college or right after college.
right.
Child. I'm like, give me my damn gift back.
right.
'Cause I
Give
ain't
me
had no
not
money
the
then.
marriage giving back.
I ain't had no money when y'all was getting married. I spent all that money on them weddings just for y'all to not never would have made it.
Never would have made it. Never would have made it. So for this, people, my closing thought on this 50-50 debate, the people yelling the loudest about 50-50 often haven't done the math on what their partner actually contributes beyond a paycheck. And that's important. Real partnership is recognizing all forms of labor, financial, physical, emotional, and mental.
Exactly.
Um, that's what you have to do. So find what works for you. Find the person for who wants you for you, not what you can do for them.
Exactly.
So anything else that you wanna talk about?
No, I feel like you wrapped it up. You wrapped it up in the bow. You
Got
summed it
that
right
Macy's
on
gift
up.
wrap on it, didn't
Put,
it?
put a Macy's style. You know how Macy's they'll wrap a present up real
Uh,
good. That's a Macy's style wrap up.
Let the audience know how they can reach out to us concerning this topic and all other topics. Let them know how they can reach out to us.
So y'all need to first of all
Mhm.
listen to me because I didn't said this. I didn't said this
Tell them
right.
louder. Get louder with them.
Make make sure y'all are following us on socials. We are Write This Down Pod across social media. On Instagram, actually, it's underscore Write This Down Pod underscore. But TikTok, YouTube, it's Write This Down Pod, POD. You can follow us there, like, comment, subscribe, leave reviews on Spotify and Apple Music. That's how the algorithm picks us up. Help us out.
Yeah.
Y'all got me out here. I watched Vampire in Brooklyn. Y'all got me acting like old dude on Vampire in Brooklyn. It was out. Please. Go follow. Make sure y'all follow and then email us at writethistdownpodcast@gmail.com. Email us with questions. If you have feedback, if you feel like we left off some nuance specifically on this topic, I know this get the people going. So if you
yeah.
have something that you want to add, if you want clarification on something that we said, if you want to hear our POV on some stuff, send us an email. We'll read it on the podcast on the
And,
next episode and give our thought process on it.
and it's write this down podcast at gmail.com. Yeah, let us know. We
Gmail.com.
seen some of the comments. The comments have been great. So thank you for that.
They
And-
said we got good chemistry.
yeah.
That's what the people said.
And they
People
also want us to do a haul. We're gonna do some. I'm gonna show people what I picked up for the fall and
I ain't been
winter
trying.
soon too. Yeah,
I've been trying to
try
furnish
to
this
move.
apartment because I got rid of everything. And it is bald headed in here.
Yeah.
This podcast episode probably gonna be so echo. Oh, wait, that's what it's gonna sound like.
But thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we will see you next time.